I just want to welcome you guys to yet another panel session. We are joined, courtesy of Nairobi Startup, of course, and Kenyan NFT Club. I'm joined by amazing artists over here. So yeah, I think we're ready to just kickstart the conversation. I will make sure that everyone introduces themselves first before we get right to the topic of conversation. So maybe you can just start it from the end. Yeah.
Hi everyone. Mko poa? Najua baridi ni mingi, but karibuni sana, tupatieni tu a few minutes. Tutarakisha. Thanks for being here. So yeah, I'm a digital creative. I'm part of the Kenya NFT Club. I joined the club June, I think hiyo ndo time pia ilianza, so I joined the club in June 2021, and yeah, it's been an amazing journey. Yeah, thank you.
Jenny wase. Yeah, so myself, I'm Matthew. On Twitter, naitwa Metagrapher. That's how most people know me. And I'm also a part of the Kenyan NFT Club. I'm a digital creator and a photographer. And I mostly design metaverse worlds. Yeah, on Twitter, you will find me talking about the metaverse. I create the virtual exhibitions for Kenya NFT Club and also introduce people to the metaverse and the virtual world stuff. So I hope we are going to have a great conversation today.
Yeah. Just speak it to you.
Oh, hi guys. Ni aje huko nyuma? Kuna baridi. My name is Kaffithe Baddest. I'm a musician, I'm a DJ, I'm a producer. Nafanya vitu mingi hata kama kuna pesa tutafanya hata farming. Kila tunafanyika. So, I'm in the NFT space. I'm also in the Mbogia NFT. And I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions about the music. So, without much further ado, let's just get into it, yani.
And also maybe if I can also introduce myself. My name is Ronnie. I'm a visual artist and I'm part of the Mbogia NFT or Kenyan NFT Club. Yeah, and I'll be a moderator for the day. Right. I'm actually glad that we are joined by different people. You know, we have a visual artist. We have someone from the metaverse. We have someone from the music NFT world. So I think just coming over here in a full circle moment now. So yeah, maybe you can just kick started. I don't know how many people know about NFTs. So just kick it from a beginner's level. So we can just start with a small introduction about what NFTs are. I don't know who wants to take it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So most people ask about NFTs and inakanga kitungumu most of the time to many people. But if you understand crypto, it's even easier to understand NFTs. So for people who are not into crypto, I usually explain NFTs like this. So imagine you could own anything digitally the same way you own your physical items and assets. So there you own your shoes, your closet, your car. Now imagine you could be able to own your digital assets. Like you have your artwork on IG and you could be able to own it. Currently you don't own your Twitter profile, your Instagram profile. You saw the other day, Mseka Trump alitolewa Twitter. So that shows you that you don't own that profile. So NFTs is it's like a digital asset that runs on the blockchain, and it allows you to own your digital asset in a way that you could have provenance over the same item in such a way that it has a proof of history. So let's say if Instagram was NFTs and you have an Instagram image, kama in photographer, umeka picture, you can send it to another profile on Instagram, and that image will have the history of all the owners, the creator, that's the original creator, the first person who bought it, where it was transferred to, and actually inatoka from this account to this account. So NFTs is basically the way to have digital ownership. And that's how in the metaverse people are able to own virtual land. We have heard of virtual fashion. You can own virtual clothes and buy them from people. You can also sell, and you can even have a virtual brand because people will be able to own your assets as NFTs. So that's how basically I will explain it.
Okay, so on my end, maybe I can start from the basics where we all know NFTs zinamaanisha non-fungible tokens. So for the non-fungible part, that means that it's something that cannot be exchanged for something else. When we say something is non-tangible, or something non-fungible, because something fungible is something that can be exchanged for something else. Kama vile mtu sema unaomba change ya 1,000 unapatiwa 500 mbili ama whatever, hiyo ni fungibility. And then especially for digital token, for digital assets kama picha na hizi vitu zinauzwa ka NFT, they are just digital assets until they are put on the blockchain. That's when they become a token. Hapo ndio sasa inakuwa non-fungible token. And ikikuwa token, it can be easily traded between people and exchanged, na kutakuwa na hiyo trail, you can follow it as long as we live and all that. So yeah, that's all I wanted to add.
Sure. You also want to add on that, or we just... Okay.
May I want to ask, how many have heard about NFTs? Of course, if you're here, you've heard about how many... I want to know some basic knowledge from what you guys know. Nani amesikia NFTs hapa? What have you... I can move here. What have you heard?
Hi everyone. Yeah, my name is George. I'm from Nature International. So what I know about NFTs, let me give an example of an NFT, since my friends here have already talked about the definition. You remember a while back, we all know of the American artist by the name Tory Lanez, right? And he registered an NFT against a hit song. And you all remember how social media went wild, yeah, because he sold he sold the token itself, the music itself, in just a matter of minutes. Yeah, he surpassed the $1 million dollar mark, which is incredible when if you look at it from a music or from a performing arts point of view. Yeah, so that's the best example I can give of an NFT. Yeah. Yeah.
So, me more like simplify vitu zikwe like ABC 1 2 3 square too complicated as my bogi stuff said, right? Fellow guys in the bogi have said. The way I understand it is, like, let's say Ron is a photographer. Right. There's a lot of plagiarism when it comes to photography. In terms of someone will take your image, claim it's theirs, and just get away with it, make money from it. Even then we can go back and check who is the original owner. Oh, so this guy has a claim to this guy plagiarizing his work, and we can check on it. So NFTs is like, as you said, digitizing yourself, your artwork, and putting it up where it's non-fungible, where nobody can come and change it on the blockchain. Oh, sorry, nobody can come and change it on the blockchain. So that's a basic understanding of it. So you can understand, oh, okay, so I'm sure you're asking, okay, what can you NFT? You can NFT anything. People are NFTing, as long as it has value and you can put it up on the marketplace, you can definitely NFT it. People are NFTing houses, dogs, you name it. It's not just limited to art, even to agriculture. So NFT is like a new way for originality. For me, that when I'm an artist, so I know how the pain of being in the studio, cooking up songs, then someone will just come and take your style. Now you can say, this is my style. I invented this style. And somebody can go back to it and be like, oh, actually, he is the one who invented this style or something like that. So there's a lot of ways of looking at what an NFT is. So that's my basic understanding. And I hope it may fungua the door for a lot of guys.
Thank you. I believe so many people have given, a couple of definitions. I believe, most of you guys have totally understood what that means. And also maybe if I can just conclude it, I think NFT, for me, how I think about it, NFT is a digital asset that is uploaded on the blockchain. And once it's uploaded on the blockchain, it is tied to a unique identifier code on the metadata. What makes it unique and, a one-of-one kind of thing. Where maybe I can just end it at that. And I love also how, we have different people in different sectors, in the blockchain. So maybe I can just because I know he's a visual artist, he's in the metaverse, and you're also a music NFT artist, right? So I'd also want to know, like, what do I need to have, to sort of like get into that space? Like in regards to maybe like technicalities, like do I need a computer? Like what kind of things do I need so that I can get into that space? I don't know if you can start.
Well, for me, I feel like first you have to have, I'm an artist, so you have to have the art. Then the process is quite simple. After that, you get a wallet. A wallet is what is like a unique identifier of who you of your digital self. Like it's what even you use to trade on the marketplace. Where there are many marketplaces, there are also many wallets as well. So the first thing as a creative, what you need to get is a wallet. There's MetaMask. There's too many. There's too many of them. You can I'm sure I can name just to name a couple of. There's Soul. There's what is the other one called? There's just the other day there's a marketplace that came up. Is it a market? It's Tezos that came up. There's a couple of different wallets you can get. There's Coinbase wallet. All these wallets have different purposes, different blockchains they use. I use MetaMask that uses the Ethereum blockchain. I hope hadi hapo tuko sawa. So now that I'm on that one, the way I go, I find a marketplace that suits me, because not all marketplaces are musicians suitable. So I'm finding a marketplace that is for musicians, has musician dynamics at the back incorporated into it, so that I don't have to sell to the wrong crowd. So I find the right marketplace to sell my music. Then after that, I mint it, which is what we use to say, like, you put up your work, uploading your work. Then after that, now I start. I'm on Twitter all the time, talking about my music, talking about the process of the music. Now being in spaces, conversing to people about the music, basically just selling myself and selling my artwork. Because in the music space, what I've realized in a nutshell, when you enter NFTs, you're like your own record label. You don't need somebody to do you don't need a middleman. You don't need somebody to talk on behalf of you. You directly talk to the consumer. So there's a couple of processes, and there's a couple of other ways that people do it. So that's how I, as a musician, have done it. After learning a couple of things here and there, after adjusting and seeing so many things, but I'm sure my other colleagues have very many ways that you can fish this.
Yeah. Okay, so what do I need to get into the metaverse? Maybe you can just talk about that.
Yeah. Okay, so the metaverse, like, I know most of you have heard of the metaverse. Nani amesikia metaverse hapa? Yeah, so not so many. So I think all of you mlisikia Facebook walichange jina yao to Meta. So they basically want to create the next social media on the metaverse. So the metaverse is like this 3D immersive virtual world that will replace the social media that you have today. So instead of just going on Facebook and chatting with people or viewing people's profiles, you can visit a virtual world that is like a replica of the physical, but it's now digital. And you can either join with your phone, your laptop, or your VR, but it's something that you converse with people. So it's like a game, but it's a social game. So that's where the next social media will be. So instead of companies, kama Mbogi, instead of having just a Twitter profile, we also have like a house or an exhibition whereby you can come and view our art. And let's say people like artists kama Kaffithe, instead of creating just a YouTube channel and having virtual events on YouTube, whereby people just watch you on the screen, they can come up on a virtual world, place unaweza ona avatar yake ikidance, and all the other people can interact with each other. So the metaverse helps us to interact in more ways than one. So let's say you are attending a virtual concert. In the normal way, you will just watch a 2D screen on YouTube. But now in the 3D metaverse, you'll be able to interact not just with the musician, but also with the people who have come. Kama ni place ya concert, unaweza ona wase wote wenye wamekam, And actually the artists can even put up their music NFTs on the walls and all that, and you can move around. At the same time ukisikiza, unaweza ongea na watu wako karibu. So it's like a new social media that is 3D and immersive, and it allows us to market ourselves and our brands in a better way. So there are many ways that you can join the metaverse. First of all, if you want to join just as a normal user, it depends on the metaverse. Just like the way we have PC games, we have mobile games, we have VR games. So there are some metaverses you'll have to use your laptop. Like Decentraland, lazima utumie laptop. But kuna zingine unaweza tumia both laptop or your mobile phone. Like CryptoVoxels, Realm, and many other upcoming ones. And there are also others that you can join with VR, mobile, and PC. So it depends. And if you want to join as a builder, you first need to have basics of 3D. Like if you are an interior designer, it's even better. You can design houses and sell them to people who want to set up scenes in the metaverse. And it's actually getting easier with time because there are people who are creating these platforms where you can sell houses as NFTs, and people can buy them and put them on their land, because not everyone can be able to create or design scenes. You can also join the metaverse as a fashion designer. Actually, it's a pretty big opportunity for fashion designers. We have seen the major brands like Nike, Puma, Adidas, all of them, they have like a metaverse base whereby they have these virtual brands, they sell virtual sneakers and all that. So it's a very new way of marketing yourself and your product in a much more immersive way. So I think that's all about the metaverse. And if you want to invest in the metaverse, you can just do as Kaffithe has said. You first need to understand NFTs and how they work. You need to have a wallet depending on the blockchain. Most of these metaverses are on the Polygon and Binance Smart Chain blockchains, and it's actually because they have low fees and all. So you need a MetaMask or any wallet that is linked to a blockchain. Then you go to OpenSea. That's where most NFTs are sold. Or each metaverse, just like any game, it has its own marketplace whereby you can shop virtual fashion and virtual land, and it's pretty straightforward. So if you need more about metaverse, just need to follow Mbogi NFT. Then mnaweza tuliza maswali. We have spaces every Monday and Wednesday, so make sure to join in and ask any questions.
What do you ask?
As a visual artist, like, what do I need to get into this space?
Okay, so to get into this space, I won't repeat what everyone has said because it's the same. Like, you need a wallet and you need knowledge of this system. But the only thing that I feel that they've not mentioned is the community, because community plays the biggest role as far as you succeeding in this new world, because Web3 and this space is very community driven. And by community, I mean, like, that's why we even have like the Kenya NFT Club, because we all met virtually, we started talking, we started, discussing different ideas. And the same way we have a Kenya NFT Club, we also have an African NFT Club, and worldwide, it's like everybody knows everybody. That way, it's easier to sell, whether it's your music, whether it's whatever it is you do. Because the people who have big communities can even do a dot and mint it as an NFT, and people will buy it because they have the community. So, yeah, thanks.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. I feel like you guys have spoken too much about, about the nitty-gritties of about the NFTs and how you can get in. I feel like also, we are just about to conclude because, the lighting is not too well. not too bright right now. But yeah, what I can urge you guys also, if you guys want to get into the Kenyan NFT space, we have a banner over here that has the QR code. You can just scan the QR code. It will show you more of our platforms. So we are on Discord, we are on Twitter, we are on Instagram, and I'll just iterate what he said. We in these spaces we thrive as a community, right? Because we're all here. We share our works. If you post your work, if you know you too well, part of our community, we will always strive to share and support each other. So I think it's better if you're trying to join to this space, please just just click the QR code. It will take you to our platforms. Hopefully, you guys can join. You guys can see. We usually also have spaces every Monday and Wednesday. So I think if you need further clarifications, please do not shy off from joining onto our spaces. We always be keen and ready to expand more onto these conversations. So yeah, I think it's safe to just end the this conversation right here. As of now, sorry. Okay, sir. Before we just end it, does anyone have a question? I think it's nice if you can just pick one or two questions before we close it. Does anyone have a question per se? Yeah, sure. We can just start it with you.
Hi guys. Mi naitwa Bruce. I'm a developer in the blockchain space. I develop NFTs and dApps. So swali yangu ni kwa the metaverse guy. So how do you create let's say you want to create an NFT. Let's say it's a house, or maybe it's maybe digital fashion, yeah. And let's say I'm a developer, yeah. How do I create the technology, the back end of it, yeah? You understand? Yeah, let's say me as a developer, let's say I want to create stuff on the blockchain, in the metaverse, yeah. So I know how to use the blockchain. I know how to connect the digital art to the metaverse. Yeah. So how do I do that to a blockchain, a metaverse? Do I need to put the item on a specific blockchain, or do I need to create a bridge that connects different blockchains? How do I do that?
Yeah, so I think sijarada fiti, but I think unauliza how you can publish your wearable or scene. So every metaverse comes with a builder. So if it's Decentraland, there's the Decentraland builder, and it comes with assets from the Decentraland team, and you can add your custom assets. So let's say you want not just to create a normal wall, but you want a wall with your own custom texture. You can create the item on Blender, then import it to Decentraland. The same way with wearables. If you have a wearable and you want it to appear in a certain way, like on the Decentraland, you can even go inside the code. If you know how to code, they all come with SDK. You know about SDKs. So if you have if you are familiar with coding, you can code your scene. For example, let's say you want people to attend this event, but for them to come in, they need a certain NFT. You can make it that way through the SDK. So as a code, if you know, I think on Decentraland they use Next.js. So una code and put the ticket as the NFT and publish to the Decentraland, which is free and open, provided you have land. And for the wearables, you create the wearable. There's different processes for every metaverse. For Decentraland, you pay an unredeemable fee of 500 mana, which is around $500. On others, it's free. But after that, inapitia the team or the committee, they have to curate so that we don't have offensive or vulgar stuff. So after that, now it goes to the public and you can sell to people. So each metaverse comes with its own processes and assets. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you guys again. And I feel like we're running out of time. So if you want to continue this conversation, please don't shy off from following our social media. We usually have spaces every Monday and Wednesday. So if you have more questions, please do not shy off from joining one of our spaces. We can clarify further. But other than that, we're going to have one of our other spaces on Sunday, right next year. The same place, 4 to 5 on Sunday over here. We're going to have other people who are running other projects. They're going to just speak more about the projects and the inspirations and whatnot. But other than that, I just want to close this conversation right now. I want to thank you guys again. I want to thank Nairobi Startup Week and Kenyan NFT Club. And I guess I will see you guys online and also on our stand. We will be at the tents over there. But also, as I conclude, do not shy off from following the QR code. You will see more of what we do as the Mbogi. Thank you guys again for your time, and I will catch you guys on Sunday.